Will this week's 1.27 retest for the pound be the start of the next leg lower, or can the market break out following the US inflation data on Thursday? That's what we're talking about in today's video. I'll talk key levels and targets as we approach that US inflation data. And if you've been waiting to join our VIP group, I have an incredible offer for you this month that you're not going to want to miss. So click on the link at the top of this video, and you're going to be taken to my recommended broker, Blueberry Markets. Right now, we're running a promotion, guys, through March 12th. And the really cool part about this is this section right here. So you're going to get lifetime access to our VIP group if you deposit $200 or more with Blueberry Markets using my link. So that means you're going to get lifetime access to real-time market discussions in Discord. You're going to get exclusive charts and setups, daily videos. You'll be able to see my trades in real time. Plus, you're going to get lifetime access to the upcoming course, all for depositing just $200 or more with my broker. And also, you'll be entered to win a DJI Mini 4 Pro drone if you trade at least one lot before March 12th. All right, so again, this is a limited time offer, guys. So be sure to see the link in the description of this video, or if you're on the website, click on the broker link here at the top of the page, and you'll be taken directly to the Blueberry Markets page to sign up. So that's all you have to do, guys, for lifetime access to the VIP group. You don't have to pay me a dime. All you have to do is come over here, open up an account, fund it with $200 or more, place a single trade by March 12th, and you will have lifetime access to the VIP group, plus a chance to win that drone. Okay, so taking a look here at the pound daily time frame, you can see where the market did retest 1.27 here this week. So if you saw the weekly forecast, this was the area that I mentioned. So up here, 1.27, that is the top of this channel that the market has been below here ever since December. So you can see that, going all the way back here, right, to the start of 2023, you can see where the pound was moving within this ascending channel, and it broke down through here. We got the rounded retest here on several occasions, and since that time, the market has been range-bound. Okay, so the big question right now is this right here at 1.27, is this the start of the next leg lower for the pound, or can the market break out? And a lot of this is going to come down to Thursday's U.S. inflation data in the form of core PCE. So that data is going to be critical for the U.S. dollar. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, if that inflation data comes in higher than forecast, okay, so right now, the forecast number for tomorrow's PCE is going to be 0.4%. If it comes in higher than forecast, then that is going to be bullish for the dollar and bearish for a pair like GBPUSD, okay, toward these lows. Now, if it comes in lower than forecast, lower than that 0.4%, then that is going to be potentially bearish for the dollar and bullish for a market like this. But again, the market would have to close above these highs up here. And you've got to be careful with the bullish scenario just because you do have this trend line just above 1.27. So in terms of risk reward, I do like the downside here for the pound just because of where it's trading in relation to the top of this descending channel. So you can see off of this high up here, we've got all of these highs along this level, including this week's 1.27 retest. And you've also got these two lows back here. So just given where the market is trading right now, I do like the downside just from a risk reward perspective. However, it is going to have to get below a key level that we'll talk about in a moment. So this right here, coming off of 1.27, this is why I've mentioned to VIP members yesterday in Discord. So let's take a look at that real quick. This is what I mentioned here yesterday to VIP members. So these are the comments that I made here, and this is the chart that I shared. So the interesting part about this is you'll notice that here's that level we just talked about, right? The top of this channel. And you can see where the market was trading up here around 1.2678 at the time. And I did mention that I do like downside targets here from a risk reward perspective. And also the fact that the pound was coming into this POC right here, this point of control, which for those who don't know, this right here represents the highest volume level within this consolidation. So the fact that the market came right into that confluence of resistance gave us a sell signal, which so far today is playing out nicely. However, the key for these markets, though, as I've continued to say, is the DXY, right? So let's flip over here real quick. And then after we're done here, we'll head back to the pound and I'll show you some key levels to keep an eye on Thursday. So looking here at the pound, we do have the market making higher highs and higher lows ever since the start of 2024. So we've mentioned this recently, and this is why I've said too recently that I can't get bearish on the dollar while it's above this area down here. So we did see the market rally quite a bit today and fill in some imbalances back here. So far, though, we are seeing it come off of those highs quite a bit. So what's going to be critical for the dollar as we head into that inflation data? Once again, if that inflation data comes in higher than the 0.4 forecast, okay, core PCE, then that is going to be bullish for the dollar back toward 104.45. Now, if it comes in lower than forecast, that could push the market down here into the support, at which time this is going to be a must-hold area for bulls. If the dollar has any hope of rallying, it has to hold above this 103.50 area. So if the pound is going to move lower from current levels, as I mentioned recently, 104.45, this area back here, is going to be critical to see the dollar reclaim this and also 105. And alternatively, like I mentioned yesterday, a bearish scenario for the dollar would materialize on a close below 103.5. Okay, so the way that translates for the pound, let's go ahead and take a look here, back here at the pound and talk some key levels here on Thursday. So we can see that the market is coming off of the lows quite a bit. And the reason for that is this key level right back here. So if we take a horizontal level and snap it right here to this closing price from back here on January 16th, what you'll notice is that we have this closing price, we've got this low, and then all of these highs through here and also today's low. So as of right now, this area around 1.2635 or so, this is going to be the area to break. So this, in my opinion, through here is not the time to short. If you were able to short back here and you managed your risk, took some off down here, made this a risk-free trade, like I mentioned to VIP members yesterday, then that's one thing, right? If you can do that, then that's great. But if you are not in a trade here, not financial advice, but this area through here is not where I'd be looking to short this market. Just because to short here, you'd have to have your stop above these highs, and you've got this support level just down here. So the risk reward there is not ideal. Okay, so ultimately the pound is going to have to close below this area down here. Okay, it's going to have to trade down here on a daily closing basis to flip this level back to resistance and expose these lows down here right around 1.25 and just above. So what we can say about this area down here for the pound is that you can see where we have this pivot through here, right? And then we've also got these lows just above 1.25. So we can call this an area, right, really between this area down here at 1.2494 and 1.2535. Okay, so it's really that simple for the pound as we head into that inflation data for the US. It's going to come down to, can the market break above this level up here? Okay, in which case it could target this trend line. Like I said, you've got to be careful with this because we do have this trend line up here plus all of these highs, okay, because this is essentially just a range here for the pound that it's been in for months. And alternatively, if we do get inflation data in the US coming in higher than forecast, that could be bullish for the dollar, bearish for this market, in which case you'd want to look for a sustained break below this area around 1.2635 to expose this area down here between 1.2494 and 1.2535. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications. Don't forget to, guys, claim your 70% off VIP access. See the link in the description of this video, or deposit $200 or more with my recommended broker, but you have to do it before March 12th. See the link in the description for that as well. Trade well out there. Be careful with tomorrow's inflation data, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.